Welcome back, everybody, to the Original Content Theater. I'm your host, Stoner Spike.
And it's me, Colonel McDoogle.
And Unlimited Puppeteering.
On our last episode of Original Content Theater, Kitana found out that she had the dark form that was apparently the uncontrolled dark form, even though she was controlling all of her powers, so it's not uncontrolled, but whatever, who cares?
Or as I like to call it, the Soul Chupacabra.
Oh, that's right, and a Chupacabra came out in that one, too.
Yeah.
What happened to a Chupacabra?
I guess it's supposed to be like a personification of her shadow form or whatever, which just seems silly because that just means she's got a Chupacabra inside her.
My spirit animal's a Chupacabra.
Yeah, it's notorious for just being a pathetic creature that sucks on goats. That seems to suit her pretty well.
Yeah, it is actually a fitting representation of Kitana. So without further ado, this is Chapter 10. Vlayru began.
So we went to Ambience with Vlayru and Ryu to train. They figured it's going to take forever to get my powers close to your powers, so I spent the night and day training.
Well, isn't it pointless to try and train to become like the cast, since the cast is the most powerful person on the planet?
It is pretty pointless. That would be like all of them trying to be like Vlayru, who's fucking death. Just saying. I trained for a year on all techniques.
So wait, he's a year older than her now?
I'm not sure, because apparently Ambience is the hyperbolic time chamber, but I don't know if they actually age while they're there.
You know what? I have a theory. This story is fucking stupid, so...
Yeah. Then, when I was ready, I trained in with forms for a year that were really tiring. Toward the end of the training was when I was making my swords. My dad said that the bow staff skills must have skipped a generation if I wasn't good with it, because bow staff skills are genetic. He took the staff back and I started making them. I was finally done with them. Then I did some final training before you called for help.
Wow, that's amazing! 2 weeks here is 2 years there. Kind of hard to comprehend all of it, though.
Is that right? Is that right?
I thought it was a year, like a year for whatever. I'm not even sure.
A day for a second.
No, it's a minute. So is that right? Did he do his math right?
I don't even
think
know.
He did.
I don't even want to think about it.
I don't want to think about it either.
I said, then laughed.
So, you want to tell your training story, Mabel?
When did what?
Their training stories are just like, I went down there and I did some stuff and then I made some stuff, the end.
Sure, he said, then continued. Well, you left to go train, and I decided to just chill in the living room.
I made some pancakes.
Oh my god. But then Reagan came up to me and said, I noticed that your element is fog. That's really rare. When I did, you say you were from what?
Wait, so who was the fog one?
I don't know.
Mabel was the fog guy?
I don't know.
God damn it, I don't know. You didn't say who it was, and all the voices were just, there was like no, Mabel said or anything there. God damn it.
I don't remember.
And I told him that what I told you to, and I had amnesia at the age of 15.
A little late to bring that up.
He said studied me for a while, but then he looked away, then said, I sense a master power, let's go. I sprang up and grabbed my sword. We jumped on Reagan's motorcycle. What?
Tight skin bodysuits and motorcycles.
Where did he get the motorcycle from?
Oh, they have motorcycles in there.
And took off out city to this deserted plain to find this shady character. He had fog powers. We were both fighting him, and Reagan's mental power was amazing and really powerful. He was down in minutes, and Reagan told me to take the power, so I did. He then said that we would train me, so we did. A week later, we sensed that you were in trouble, so we rode over on the motorcycle. But seriously, your new power is godlike.
On the motorcycle and did a backflip and landed.
But seriously, your new powers is godlike. Ugh, whatever.
Thank you. But when am I going to get these master powers?
I asked them.
Well, maybe I'm remember, I'm holding on to ice.
Vlayru said. What do you think I was using Master Fog? I was using my powers. I just to fog to give you. To give to you. Mabel explained.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get that.
I said as I reached and took the power. Just then, he collapsed and was unconscious. What?
Another fainting.
Is he okay?
I asked. After a minute, Vlayru replied.
Yeah, he's fine. That's what happens when you take a master power away from someone. If a person is fine in health, that person just becomes unconscious. If that person is not, then that person dies.
No, that person, he dies.
That person, he dies.
Oh, what? Okay, well, so she could have technically taken all the master powers from those mercenaries instead of murdering them. So why did she murder them?
She's a bloodthirsty chupacabra.
That does make sense.
Oh man, I need to get dressed.
I complained. He's fine. Who said this? Who's saying
I
this?
think it's Vlayru. He's the only other guy that's still awake. He is fine. Just go get dressed. I'll see down for breakfast.
He said as he walked out and closed the door. I stared at him for a second. I noticed how cute he looked as he was sleeping. Who? What? What's going on?
She thinks Solid Snake is cute.
Oh my god, my solid snake is solid. I couldn't believe I was going to do this. I took out clean clothes and started to undress just at— Oh, yeah!
Great time.
I know, right? Just as I got out of my clothes on, Mabel woke up and looked over to find me naked.
Maybe she should have gone into a different room to undress instead of thinking that her unconscious friend would stay unconscious long enough for her to change in front of him. Just fucking saying. And if she didn't want to get caught, then why did she do that? Why? Slut.
She did this on fucking purpose. I shrieked and told him to get out while I was covering myself. I was so mad, and Vlayru and Mabel, what? I put on clean clothes and came downstairs for breakfast. We just relaxed all day. Really?
Did she just sit there and change with them in front of her still?
She told him to get out of the room. So, but then
It doesn't say they went anywhere. Like, get out of the room. They're like, no, we're just gonna sit here.
Oh my god, titties.
Whoa! This is amazing!
I didn't know you were a girl. The next day, we got our stuff and left for Earth Village, while the adults stayed behind.